taking you to expensive dinners, $500 plus. How do I get him to spend personally? He wants to take me on vacation. Okay. So he's using you and enjoying your company, and he's spending money on you and him.
Nothing's wrong with that.
So you can't count that as money spent on you. It's $0 has been spent on you. Zero.
What?
You've gotten free food. Okay.
Oh, so free money is being spent on you.
Your arm candy and dinner company. You're not benefiting directly from this man. So since he wants to go on vacation with you, you need a long list of financial obstacles in your way, keeping you from saying, yes, I can go on vacation with you. This is how you get the money. Okay. So make you a long list of all the things that you need to get checked off before you can get on a plane.
Go work.
To go on vacation. Okay. The first thing on the list is you need all your bills paid up for the month or two, and always double and triple it. You need expenses to hire someone to care for Aunt Ethel while you're gone. Okay. The next thing you need is to board the dogs that Aunt Ethel has. He probably know you ain't got no dogs if you don't have no dog. But you need the money to board or hire a dog sitter or walker for the dogs that Aunt Ethel has, because that's what you normally do.
All right. So me personally, I do not like this woman. So if I answer, I'm going to answer biasly. So if you'd like, I can hold it in and then you can come back to me. But I don't like what she teaches young ladies. She teaches them how to use men, and that I don't like it. What she's doing.
Would it work?
Would it work?
What the application she's trying to get a woman, would it actually be effective?
It actually, so for some young ladies, it does work. But all it's doing is preparing a young woman to see a man and what he can provide financially. That's it.
That's the goal.
That's not a goal.
Actually, it is the goal with the audience she's speaking to. That is the goal.
You know what? You are correct. You are correct. The women who go to her want to know how they can get as much as money as they can out of men and not have to commit to them. So I will give you that. You're correct in that sense.
Thank you.
So I digress. Me personally, I don't agree with it in any way, shape, or form, because what's going to happen when this young woman is now gotten to a point where he's noticing that, and then he's like, you know what? Nah, I'm not giving you no more money. In about a year, she's going to end up slutting herself out to another man. And then what's going to happen next? She's going to slut herself out to another man.
Yeah, that's how it works. You go to the next man.
That's literally all she's teaching young women to do, just how to slut themselves out legally. So I'll land there.
All right, go ahead, Shan. We should think about what Miss Shera Seven had to say. And also, too, I know one of the first things that Kelly Rowland mentioned in the first video was to be careful who you're getting advice from. But go ahead, Shan.
I think she's hilarious. It's comedy, entertainment, funny. Like, I mean, obviously the women aren't doing this because there's a lot of men who ain't got money who's still getting women pregnant. So I said a lot of women. But I will agree that she does have an audience, right? I don't think it's the mass majority of women, because most women don't even have access to those types of men. You have to look a certain kind of way. There's a certain look that they go for. You have to present like everything about you. So I don't think that they can go for it. I don't think they'll be successful at it, to be honest. But for me, I just think it's comedy. I don't give her much. I don't follow her, but she has popped up on my timeline a couple of times, and I've seen her through podcasts, and I just think she's funny. I don't,
the things that were said, and an average man can do that.
You mean
I'm making 55.
So let me ask you a question now.
Let me for a dog sitter.
So let me ask you a question. Would she be the equivalent to men saying, "Oh, some women are just bang them and leave"? Wouldn't she be the the equivalent.
She's
to that
the
person.
polar opposite of
Polar opposite
tricking men and tricking on
So
women's
we know
view.
that those people are out here in the dating market, both
Yeah.
men,
Yeah, they out there. Yep, there's an
So
audience for everything.
Right. So I basically gotta look at her just like I look at them.
You gotta look at it the same way. It's an audience for everybody. So like if I'm a content creator that pushing tricking, I'm gonna attract the audience of where's the landscape at? Where can we target more women who are open to throwing that box out for the dollar? And I think what we're doing is when we try to answer this, we're trying to put our own individual morals into it. But when somebody like Shera Seven, you got to take that out of it and look at the overall outcome of the audience. What is the desired outcome of the women? They want to get to the bag. They don't care about none of that other religious, holier or thou stuff. They want to get to the man's money, and she know the playbook, and she's been very effective with it.
Yep.
All right, go ahead, Ms. Taken.
I don't even know how to speak to that because that's so unrealistic for majority of women and men to be tricking on women like that. Yeah, so this is the first time you'll hear me not have anything to say.
Y'all ain't been out in the streets. That's what that means. I'm telling you, bro, like all the way from the E1 paycheck all the way up to E5 in the military. These guys is out here going out in the streets and they participating in this stuff y'all think that don't exist.
No, I didn't say that it didn't exist. I said the majority of men are not in a position to do that, and the majority of women aren't moving like that. Like you said, average man can't do that. An average man cannot pay for a kennel to take care of dog, pay thousands of dollars to take care of aunt, whoever she said, in addition to paying for the trip, in addition to all of the other things that she named. You're spending thousands before you even get to the trip part based on what she was saying. So the average person do not have it like that.
But didn't she?
Like I said, the audience that she's referring to are men who have that kind of money. But the average men do not have that kind of money. The average I'm speaking in America, the average American man do not have that level of financial resources to do all of those things.
And doesn't she mostly talk to like young girls, talking to telling them to get older men? Is that not right?
She's talking. Well, see, the thing about her is the average man is not a factor. It's not a hindrance, because Shera Seven and these group of women have developed a very effective targeting system to figure out who can get extra to do it. So the average man has never been like a factor. It's just, what do you want? What do you want? And it's not a matter of his income. It's a matter of what he's been able to do. Because now we got to throw in the fact that the lifestyle the average man lives, or whether he's living paycheck to paycheck, he's capable. It depends on if he's financially literate and responsible. But he's more than capable to be able to pay for a kennel. And these women have a very effective targeting system to figure out who can do it.
So what you're saying is, even though she's talking about a specific financial level of men, you're saying in general, average men can do that too, but just at the level of their finances.
Right. They can do it. Yeah.
Okay.
So I don't think she's preaching. If I know anything about her from what I've heard the times, and I could because I don't follow her enough. I thought that she promotes going after a certain type of man, not average men.
No, it's the archetype of man is not necessary. It's the money. If a man that makes $55,000 is financially literate enough to save up 10 grand, and a woman find out he got 10 grand, she want to go to Shera Seven and figure, how can I get this 10 grand from this average earning man? She gonna give her a playbook how to get it. She's not gonna say, no, leave him alone. Target the guys that are 250,000. Let's play fair. No, they don't give a fuck about fair. They're gonna target a man who at the bottom and a man at the top. If you got money hanging out, they're gonna try to get to it.
I just think that her audience is fooling themselves if they think that they have that power. Most women are average. You're not that chick who that's my personal, you can sit in there in the chat like, oh, I'm gonna get this. You're not. You're probably not.